Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Midnight Frisian. Today we're going to be repairing part of Southwolf Stables, and I also wanted to talk about the Fjord horses. I think it's kind of sad to getting rid of the old ones. I mean, the Fjord horses were my favorite old model, and to be honest, I think the old models are going to end up being better than the newer models. Not in looks, but I mean like for racing. Because the Fjord horse actually has the best turning in the game. The old model. And I think that they should keep the old models and maybe get rid of a model that is not so great and hasn't really left an impact on people. Because I know back in the day, the Fjord horses were really entitled the fastest horse until the American Quarter Horse came out. And it's really made an impact on me, because I really love the Fjord horses, the old model, just the way they are. I know a lot of people feel that way, but I'm not sure if some of the newer members feel that way because of because they haven't really experienced the full potential of the Fjord. But I can show you guys a few things about the Fjords that I have that might change your mind about getting rid of the Fjord if you guys maybe do not like the old model Fjord. But I'll show you a few things about the Fjord that are pretty great. This is my Fjord Ice Charm. I've won almost 100 medals on this horse. So, I really love this horse. A lot. I do like to race him. Sorry about the stuff on the right hand side, I didn't finish the stuff in Southwolf. I want to show you a score I can get on the Fjord horse. Though it's not going to be as good as I could without the screen recorder on, because it's going to be kind of laggy with the screen recorder on. But the Fjord horse has extremely good turning, and that's what I admire so much about it. And to me, it's just more than looks. It's really how fast and how great they turn for me. Because I'm mainly a racing person and not so much a looks person. And as you can see, the Fjord horse has very good strides, very short so you can jump sooner, and has extremely good turning and really good jumping. The jumping's almost as fast as the American Quarter Horse, but what puts it at an advantage is that its turning is so well. You can really outspeed an American Quarter Horse. And I really like the scores I can get on this. I think I got week's best score, and that's a good score on my Fjord. I mean, some of you guys should really give these a chance as a racehorse. And so with the stride thing, usually it takes a certain amount of strides before you can jump after another jump. But with these guys, you can just jump pretty much after like 2 strides, so it's really nice. And the jump is really fast. And usually when they remake the models, the jump is usually not as fast. Like with the Arabian, the old model Arabian, you will probably find that the older model is actually faster than the newer model, because the jump is a lot faster. The turning's not as good. I think that's just an Arabian thing where the turning's not as good, but the speed and jumping on the old model Arabian is actually faster. I've done some experiments with that. And as you can see, it's really easy to pass other people up on the Fjord. Well, that person might be at lower level, but the Fjord is so easy to use and compete with. It's just kind of funny. And I'm pretty sure that's why people used to race with them so much back in the day. But, I mean, they kind of just lost their sparkle after the American Quarter Horses came out. But they're still a very good racehorse. And I think they deserve, more, to be honest. They have so much potential. Like, they have a lot. And turning between these poles is just so easy. Like, I hardly have to even touch the buttons for them to get an immediate turn. and it's so easy to use. It's crazy, and I'm getting really great scores for an old model for sure. And sometimes I even, for most of the new model horses, I will use them for a while, then I'll find that they're not really as fast because I've been getting good scores with the newer models, but I'm getting better scores with the older models. And I really hope they're not thinking of remodeling American Quarter Horse, because crap, that's like one of the best racing horses you can get. And I'll show you another example of the greatness of a Fjord. They're really good for the Fjord races, though if I am unlucky and mess up, that would not be good, but I will try. I'm not the best at the Fjord races, but I do know that my Fjord can handle it, because I usually use my Fjord or usually an Appaloosa for the Fjord races. I didn't do them today, so I'll just do this one. You guys can even see my shortcuts. So, if you ever get a Fjord and max it, oh lord, it lagged, you'll find that the full potential's only when they're maxed. And they get, I think after a certain level, their turning just becomes insanely good, and it's crazy. It's like, you'll never find a horse that can turn better than the Fjord. The old model Fjord, I guarantee it. I've done research on every single horse in the game so far, every model. The Fjord horse definitely has the best turning. And if you're ever looking for a really good racehorse, use the Fjord horse or the American Quarter Horse. Oh, of course I missed the jump. That's lovely. Use a Fjord or American Quarter Horse, and that will get you far. Because the Fjord horses are so easy to compete with, it's actually really crazy that not more people use them. But the only thing that the American Quarter Horse has that the Fjord does not have, the jump is slightly faster, and if you put some strength on the American Quarter Horse, it can be very, very hard to beat. But with discipline, the American Quarter Horse has really good takeoff, which is pretty much the only thing they lack, which is also really good. The only way, well, if you use a agility on the American Quarter Horse, I mean, you'll have good turning, but still not as good as the Fjord, so I don't know, I still got a good score. That's pretty cool. But I usually don't go wrong with Fjord horse for a lot of different reasons. I'm pretty sure if you guys gave the Fjord a chance, like, you'll be very, very, very surprised to find that this horse is super efficient at what it does. It's so amazing. Oh, especially when you want to run into rocks. Really good idea. So, okay, I think I'm gonna go back to Sagtooth. Maybe finish that up. I'm really curious to see what the stables are gonna look like. Though I would like to show you more about the Fjord horse. I'm definitely not looking forward to them getting rid of the old model Fjords, so I'm probably gonna be buying all of the Fjords. Here, oh my god, I'm lost. Here we go. And the reason why I usually get best of today or best week's best score or month's best score, it's usually I usually use a Fjord because I can get the turns that the American Quarter Horse cannot, and it really helps with my scores. So, and I usually like to use, oh my god, that was really weird. Okay, I really like to use the Fjords in the New Hillcrest race. It's like really easy to use in the New Hillcrest race, and I really like to use them in pretty much, you can use them in any championship because you'll get extremely good turns on it. And you can turn in a super tight circle. It gets like really tight. And it's really funny because when you're going in circles in the Steve's arena, everyone's doing these like large circles and you'll just be doing this really tight circle in the middle. It's really funny. That's another way I found out that the Fjords have extremely good turning. It's just like, Oh wow, look at this. Yeah. I'm really glad I decided to do experiments on the Fjord for multiple reasons. Especially finding out that winning medals on a Fjord is extremely easy. Because not very many people use them. So it's like, so you basically outturn everyone. And with their start off point, when you start off, it's like really smooth. And you don't really stop much. I really like it. Right now I'm using a discipline set on this horse. I mean, you can use an agility set, but your turning's gonna be really through the roof. And if you do use an agility set, your turning's gonna be just so overdone. You probably might have a hard time controlling the horse. I mean, you can try it, but I'm gonna tell you with experience, man, your turning's gonna be just extreme. You're probably gonna want to use a strength set to speed up that jump, or you're gonna want to use a discipline set to speed up your starting point. Oh my god, takeoff. Oh my god. And that really works best for me, but sometimes I use strength set to, just in case there's level 21 people with max American quarter horses. I will use a strength set to outjump them. And it usually does work because the Fjord's jump is pretty much as fast as the American quarter horses. I'm not usually too worried about it though. And usually I do win against level 21 people on the Fjords because the turning is so well, and if you put discipline on it, you get a really good takeoff and you're kind of just uncatchable. Even if you miss a jump, you can still get those extremely tight turns in. And you can basically cut any corner. And they're just so easy to use. I don't exactly have anything else to say. I mean, unless you want to, I'll just discuss the tack sets that you should use. I mean, there's this turquoise beach tack that you could use. It's really good with Fjords. You'll have really good agility as well. It's basically agility and strength. And you'll be a lot more efficient around turns and jumping as well. But if you just want it straight strength, so you can have this really fast jump to beat American quarter horse if you need, then use strength, to be honest, because they're not going to be able to catch you. You have the same speed as an American quarter horse, but your turning's way better than the American quarter horse, so you're probably going to have the advantage. That's usually what I used. So that's about it for this video. I will see you next time on the next video of Midnight Frisian. Goodbye.